Hi, welcome to clickmeproject.com. This video will lead us to the demo of DirichletBased trust management for effective collaborative intrusion reduction network. Now, let us see the abstract of this project. The accuracy of detecting intrusions within a collaborative intrusion reduction network depends on the efficiency of collaboration between peer intrusion reduction systems, as well as the security itself of the collaborative intrusion reduction network. Dirichlet-based trust management to measure the level of trust among intrusion reduction systems according to their mutual experience. An acquaintance management algorithm is also proposed to allow each intrusion reduction system to manage its acquaintance according to their trustworthiness. Our approach achieves strong scalability properties and is robust against common insider threats, resulting in an effective collaborative intrusion reduction network. We evaluate our approach based on a simulated collaborative intrusion reduction network, demonstrating its improved robustness, efficiency, and scalability for collaborative intrusion reduction in comparison with other existing models. First of all, the node creation. Node creation is the first process in the project. The nodes are very important to the network. Without nodes, the network cannot be created. The node creation process is the user-defined thing. From the nodes, the source and the destination are selected. If the nodes are not created means then the source and the destinations are not created. From the nodes in the network, the source is selected, and then the destination is also selected from the nodes in the network. The source is used to send the data to the another nodes, and the destination node that receives the data from the source node. So without source and the destination node, the data cannot be transferred. In the source node, the data is selected. This data is transferred to the destination. The data is encrypted by the source node in the network. Then only it is transferred to the other nodes. The encryption process is done by the AES algorithm, that is Advanced Encryption Standard Algorithm. The trust values are very important for all the nodes in the network. Using this trust value, the data is transferred. This trust value is finding out by using Dirichlet. The trust values are determined to all the nodes in the network. Select two intermediate nodes for the data intrusion. If the node have high trust value means then the node is selected as the intermediate one, and the node having second largest trust value is selected as intermediate 2. Then the source node is in the network send the data to the intermediate 1. The intermediate 1 receives the data and it needs the confirmation about intermediate 2, so that send the request to the neighbor node. The neighbor node analyzes the details about the intermediate 2 and send the confirmation to the intermediate 1. Then only the intermediate 1 send the data to the intermediate 2. The intermediate 2 receives the data from the intermediate 1 and send it to the destination. The destination node receives the data from the intermediate 2 and decrypts it. Because the source node encrypts the data, the key used by the source node is also used by the destination node. If the key used by the destination node is wrong means then the data is not decrypted successfully. Let us see the demo of Dirichlet-based trust management for effective collaborative intrusion reduction network. Now press enter. Now press the create nodes button. Then enter the number of nodes that you want to create and then press OK. Now the nodes are created in the network. Now press OK and then click next button and select the source node from the nodes that are created in the network, and also select the destination node from the nodes that are created in the. Now press next. Now press the browse button to select a data. Select the data and press open, then enter the 16-byte key that you want to enter and then click encrypt. Now the data is encrypted and then it is stored. For encryption we use the AES algorithm, that is Advanced Encryption Standard algorithm, and then press next. Now the trust value for each node in the network is calculated. On the basis of the trust value we have to select the intermediate nodes. The intermediate nodes are selected by the node which having the highest trust value is selected as an intermediate 1, and then the node which have the second largest trust value is selected as the intermediate 2. Using this intermediate 1 and intermediate 2 we can transfer the file from source to destination. Now press next page. Here we can know the intermediate 1, that is which node is selected as a intermediate 1. Now press search. Now the node 22 is selected as a intermediate 1, and now press this search button. The node 31 is also selected as a intermediate 2, and now press next. Here the source intrusion detection system is displayed. The data new text document is sent to the node 22 because it is the intermediate node 1, and now press next. Now the data is sent to the intermediate 1. Now the data is received by the intermediate 1. The next process is the intermediate 1 send the data to the intermediate 2. First of all it confirms about the intermediate 2, then only it can send the data to the intermediate 2. So it asks decision about the neighbor node. Now press decision. The neighbor node of intermediate 1 is node 9. The neighbor node also analyze the data about the intermediate 2, and now press analyze button. The trust value of intermediate 2 is confirmed. Intermediate 2 is correct one. Now press OK, and now press the send button. Now the data is sent to the intermediate 2. Now intermediate 2 receives the data from the intermediate 1. Then the intermediate 2 send the data to the destination node. Now press send button. Now the data is sent to the destination node. The data is received by the destination node, but it is in the format of encryption, so we have to decrypt it. For that press browse and then select the encrypted file that is received in the destination. Now select the encrypt.txt and then press open. Now the file is opened, and now enter the 16-bit key that is used in the source 1. The 16-bit key used by the source 1 and 16-bit key used in the destination must be same. If the two keys are same means then the data is decrypted, otherwise the data is not decrypted. Now press decrypt. Now the data is decrypted.